up, all you shitheads? Welcome back to another episode of Nerd Social Hour in Texas. I'm your host today, Danny Boy. But I'm not here alone. I'm here with my shitty friends.
Bang, bang.
Click, click, bang, bang.
Murder, big bitch.
Great start.
I am Justin.
So, guys, it's Perkins.
I'm Alex.
I'm Crystal.
Comic Fabes here.
It's crazy that Crystal's was the least, but she's click, click, bang, bang.
Murder business.
I actually said that the other day.
I had to clarify what
and
murder
I was like,
business
hold the
was.
fuck up.
Are you
Assassin?
Are you a criminal?
Probably.
But she
Most
Never
informed me
once
that
criminal.
she's murdering careers, not people.
Oh, gotcha, gotcha.
It's self-esteem, bitch.
Oh, self-esteem.
Hurting feelings.
Is
Murdering
it like
feelings.
murder on the beat?
So it's not nice.
What?
I don't think murder's ever good in any iteration of it, whether it's
Murder.
No,
it's
Sometimes
business.
it's good.
That's
Yeah, you're right. Sometimes.
murder on the beat, so
Sometimes
it's not
it's
nice.
Death is just around the corner.
We just watched.
Sorry about it. That's one of the songs that we sing in Adam's Family.
Last night we went to watch the Lizzie Borden musical.
Wow,
If anyone's
yeah.
a true crime fan, Lizzie Borden murdered her father and stepmother, and they have a musical based on it,
Holy
and it was
shit.
so good.
And this was in 1892.
yeah,
That's all.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
like it's
old.
And the
I was
crazy
like,
Throwback.
man, that's
she's like
wild.
the she's
Killed
the
him
first
with an
OJ.
axe.
She's the
known
first
for like
OJ.
40 whacks. Like Lizzie Borden did like 40 whacks or whatever. It's
On her
so
stepmom, and then gave her dad 41.
good. Yeah, and
Damn.
there were
Chopped
it
and
was
screwed.
speculated that she was being abused.
So it's like push to the limit type
So
thing.
that's why I say like sometimes murder is good.
Well, it's like Ginny. Well, this isn't murder, but it was like like Ginny McCurdle or something. She did a.
McClarty.
Yeah, she wrote
Yeah.
a book called like I'm glad
Jeanette
my
McCurdy?
mom's dead.
Oh yeah.
Jeanette McCurdy, I think
Jeanette
is actually-
McCurdy. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
she-
got there.
She,
Teamwork.
yeah, but she wrote a book called I'm glad my mom's dead.
Yeah.
She's a piece of shit.
Dude, I watched some of those interviews of her
Yeah.
talking about shit that her mom did, and what the fuck?
Wild
She's
stuff.
crazy.
Shitty parents are shitty
Wow.
people.
Buy the book on Amazon right here. Promo code nerds.
We're talking about
Just
death.
kidding. We don't have a
Someone
promo code.
was like, why isn't it working?
Trying to get that sponsorship.
Gotten just practicing. Like what's it called?
We're putting it out there.
Manifesting.
Yeah,
Manifesting
man.
sponsors. You
Trying to
know.
manifest.
Although yesterday I was like, I'm gonna be a billionaire tomorrow because I'm manifesting that shit, and guess what happened? Your
You-
girl's not
I
you
feel
won
like you're.
I mean,
lottery?
It takes time.
You set your sights really high for your first manifest.
Can we talk about Crystal being sad though and how it ended the writer strike?
Shit,
Yeah,
her
I like
being-
to.
So
the
crazy.
writer's
So
strike.
Manifested
as of
that
at least,
shit.
as of at least us recording this, we've been told that the writer strike is close to over, if not like, and that's like final
Ended.
phases.
Yeah.
We're
Well,
going over the
Yay.
contract right now. So hopefully this means
Good for those
we get
writers.
the movies,
Yeah.
the shows,
Get
everything
paid.
back
Yeah.
on track.
Well,
My biggest thing that I'm excited about is that Deadpool's gonna get started back up, and then
Fuck
on top of
yeah.
that, Ryan Reynolds he can improvise
yeah,
again. He
I
can
was-
do like the thing that gave Deadpool its magic.
I was really wondering if because when that news first broke that the writer strike made it to where they decided to start filming, but they couldn't
That was
go
so
away
scary
from the
for me.
script.
Yeah.
If they were just helping themselves, like we're just going to do what we can and then shelf it until we can actually go back in and
Yeah.
fuck with it more.
You know
Maybe-
what sucks? Like Drew Barrymore, I guess was like gonna break the strike or
What's
whatever.
it called? Being a scab.
Something like that. And like not even a week before it ended, and everybody now is mad at her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So she was gonna give
She was going to go to work.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so how does it feel to be the one to break it right before it
Right, I
ends?
know,
Like,
I'm
you're
like-
a shitbag now.
It's like the mist. I was gonna say it's the mist.
Just take that L. Yeah, she got to take that L.
Yeah.
Did you say it's like the mist?
Yeah.
Literally.
It's like,
Oh
where's
my
that
God.
meme at?
She's just in her car.
Like speaking of sitting there crying, it was a weekly occurrence because when football starts, in our house, we know that we also get a few things back, like the trash TV we watch, like 911 and The Rookie, and
Yeah.
like those like primetime dramas, and those are pushed until like March or May of next year now.
Damn.
Well, that makes it to where like the other day, Crystal, I was like, what do we watch? Like,
Yeah.
wait, The Voice came back, and that's
just gotta watch
it's not
stuff that
scripted, so I
already is
guess we
out
can
there.
Yeah,
watch
there's-
it.
Yeah.
The writer's strike back in like the early 2000s actually pushed to be a thing. Like, so
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
where
yeah.
like Jersey Shore became
It
a
ruined
thing.
Heroes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Still mad about that. The writer's strike destroyed that show.
Yeah.
Damn,
I remember
underrated.
there's
yes.
it even ruined the Terminator movie.
The
Terminator
Genesis-
Salvation.
Oh, Salvation. Yeah.
The one with Christian Bale. It ruined that movie because the storyline was all over the place, and then it was kind of weird.
They
But
really like fucked a lot of shit. I'm really
Yeah.
hoping that like this one doesn't
Doesn't
do the
affect you.
damage
Yeah.
that it did, because they said like stuff like Across the Spider-Verse.
yeah,
Okay, so hey, we don't know when we're gonna release that second part or if it's ever gonna happen because
Right.
writer strike. And I was like,
happen.
are you fucking shitting
I feel
me?
like that one was
Like,
more of like a, and I
my
think
heart.
some of the tactics were absolutely to outrage us is like their money. Like if they released because of the writer strike that say Into the Spider-Verse is gone, like you're not getting your part 2, that'll piss off us
Ooh.
to support them more.
Yeah.
To make it to where it's like, no, you better fucking get this done.
yeah.
I
We're
mean,
gonna pull a Sonic on them.
the most
We did bully the internet into fixing
Yeah,
Sonic.
Yeah.
we'll
It
bully
worked.
them. We'll do it
It worked.
again.
Yeah, we'll fucking do it again.
I feel like the most offensive thing that's happened with the writer's strike is NSYNC was supposed to perform apparently at the VMAs to like hype up the new Trolls movie.
Oh, that's why
And
they were there.
because
They
of
wanted
the writer's
to.
strike,
Yeah.
they couldn't do it, and I was like, "Are you
Well,
fucking?"
they didn't do it in
still
solidarity of the writers.
Yeah,
strike.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why
yeah.
that there's been like no like other than just like, hey, we're releasing a new song. Like you could tell they're out there. Like they did a Hot Ones
Yeah, yeah.
recently.
But like
yeah.
business wise, if I'm in sync and I'm seeing that everybody wants us to make a comeback, I'm like, let's fucking go on tour.
I wonder if it was one of those days. And I was telling Crystal is like they just weren't in the same like they weren't on the same wavelength about it. Maybe like maybe a member's like, dude, I'm done with
that
it.
was part of it.
Chilling,
Yeah,
yes.
All you need
but-
is JT.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I saw him in
Oh, I thought you
the.
were talking about JC.
I
No,
was
no, no.
watching him in the
He's
Hot
also
Ones
a
video.
member.
He was so awkward looking the whole time. He's just like,
Who?
Justin
Justin
Timberlake.
Timberlake. Hot
yeah.
Ones.
He's like,
He's like, I
awkwardly
don't know how to
just-
be part of a group anymore.
just staring off. And
I've been solo for too
it
long.
was so they were even referencing he had done a Hot Ones by himself, and him and the guy were like, "Yeah, I remember your first time on here," and he's like, "Yeah, guys, I've already been here before." And they're like,
They're like, fuck you and your success. Like, I'm struggling to put food on the table.
But you know what? There hasn't really been like an update for stuff, and I think this is the longest time. Like, I don't know. I just remember getting on Instagram or like some social media, and every single day it's like, oh, Fantastic Four. You know, oh,
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
That's
it's,
true.
it's kind of the COVID effect for me about things is I actually like it.
Yeah, I
Like
love this.
change the way things are being released now. Like we don't need information every week. I don't need a consistent update or a trailer or news. That way it makes that anticipation for when it comes out that
Right.
much better.
Give me something. Let me look forward
Yeah.
to something.
Yeah.
instead
Don't get me wrong,
of-
Yeah,
That'd be
that's like
nothing,
that's
though.
like all the like the set photos for Deadpool. Like I'm excited and I don't want to look at them, but like because I'm so
wanna
excited,
see
like I
it.
look at them and I'm like, oh fuck, like it's kind of spoiler-ish.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't want those photos to leak
But I feel
anymore.
like
Like I
everything
hate when that
they
happens.
have put out, I bet that's all gonna be like first like 5 minutes of the
Well,
movie.
Deadpool's
Yeah.
always been very
Situation.
meticulous. Remember when that trailer, when it first came out, it was leaked?
Yeah.
Like, oh, there was test footage that was accidentally leaked by Deadpool. I'm like, you guys are always coming out with this fucking movie. Don't lie.
No, actually, I think that was
I don't believe- I
I think that
don't
was
believe
like a ploy to get
a
it
plant.
released, but
You're
Huh?
you're a
I'm
plant.
an industry plant.
plant.
Yeah.
Alex, have you heard the news with Taylor Swift and Deadpool?
Yeah, Danny
And
told
I was
me.
explaining it, but like explain
Yeah.
it so the listeners know what's
And
going
so
on.
Justin
Yeah.
knows.
Yeah.
It was just, it kind of goes deeper than just like, you know, because obviously there hasn't been an update and
They
you don't
knew
know
she
what to
was
believe
trouble
while
when
this
she
shit's
walked in.
happening.
Yes,
She
sir.
did.
All
She knew.
right. But,
No, she's all
worry,
knowing,
karma's a
all
bitch.
powerful.
jeez.
She actually runs the
With the cat.
Illuminati.
Well, ignoring y'all. But basically, you know, people, they're close friends. Ryan Reynolds
Yeah.
and Taylor Swift. Like,
I didn't know
it's
that.
it's obvious.
And
Like, if you
Blake
see them
Lively.
walking on the
And Blake
street,
Lively.
yeah. If you see them walking on the street together,
They're
it doesn't
besties.
mean like there's gonna be a Deadpool movie. But apparently, she's been on the set.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, she's gone to football games. I don't expect her to suit up.
well, she
She's just-
No, but
Yeah.
Shut the fucking
She's
story
gonna
up.
I'm like,
in a
no.
movie?
basically there's either spec that she's gonna be Dazzler from the X-Men,
I'd be
you know, or she's gonna be Lady Deadpool. And
What?
I
That's
think those
huge if
are
she
both
were Lady
kind of
Deadpool.
cool.
Yeah.
I would love to see her as Dazzler.
I don't
like,
know if I could see her.
I
as
would
a
love to
lady.
see
I don't.
her.
I don't think I could see her as Lady Deadpool, but
That's a
Dazzler.
big. Yeah,
That's
that's
a
a big.
She literally has a song called Bejeweled. So
I mean, Dazzler would be cool though.
Was Bejeweled a reference to Dazzler?
Yeah.
Taylor Swift, that people
she
have
does
been
that
she
shit.
does that shit all the
She does
time.
that
for
shit.
promotion.
Oh yeah.
Ever
Swifties,
since she
help me
started
out.
dating the
Travis
player?
Kelce.
Now I'm
yeah.
gonna look at the lyrics of
Travis
that song.
Kelce.
They
Right.
made the
For something that
ketchup and
says-
mayo
She's gonna say
thing based
X-Men.
off that shit.
This is about
Like
Deadpool.
there's a Taylor Swift thing. If she gets in that movie though, how well is that movie gonna sell? It's gonna fucking
Bro, when I tell you that I didn't realize, like I had heard because you're a big Taylor Swift fan, and I know that like from people that in her fandom, she is on her own fucking planet when it
Yeah.
comes to promotion.
Yeah.
I was reading that
yeah.
after she went to the Chiefs game,
they bought all that
like
jerseys.
Exactly.
like Kelsey jerseys
Yeah.
went up like 400%. Chiefs game tickets.
She
were
said, "I
surged,
made that
like,
bitch famous."
Yeah.
It was it is ridiculous.
They bought all those
Like,
fucking jerseys, bro. They
It's-
sold if they start like making
Oh,
it official.
God.
I'm sure someone with an Etsy shop is already on that.
Yeah,
I
you
would
go to
not
the
be
NFL
surprised.
shop and just make
Yeah,
that
you could
shit
get your
too,
own
yeah.
custom. You know, like
Oh,
Dallas
yeah.
Stars, you can make your own custom jerseys.
I'm interested to see if she does act in Deadpool because I am a Taylor Swift fan, but her acting has not been like the best thing. So, but she's evolved a lot as an artist, so I'm interested to see like if she is.
What
in
But what
that.
has she acted in that you can like
I saw some clip of
tell
her
her
dancing.
like
Yeah.
acting?
Some of it's
You
like
know.
some of her music
Like
videos. She
Cats.
acts in.
Oh, I didn't. Well, the Cats was just
I don't
the
think-
atrocious. Like,
Yeah.
Cats in general.
strip fire.
We don't
That
talk
was
about
just
that.
like-
She was in. It's like a Valentine's Day movie. It might literally be called Valentine's Day or something.
oh,
with
it's-
Taylor
I
Lautner.
think-
In
Oh, I
this
think it-
movie, does she say something like, "Baby, are you okay?" or some shit? There's like a
I don't know.
TikTok going around, and it's like somebody had to make it.
Well,
and
but-
Travis Kelce gets hit, and it's her like, "Baby, are you
I think it might be
okay?"
that one,
And
yeah.
then she starts like dancing.
Oh god.
It
Might be a
really
music
weird.
video.
Even her, and again, I love her, but even her acting in like her music videos is like cheesy, like a
Fake
little
fan.
cheesy.
Wild considering how many awards she just won for her
No.
music videos.
No,
That's true.
she's directed them, and
Yeah.
she's an amazing director. And her acting is fine; it's good enough. But like as far as like
Into
a
the
big
MCU?
film
Yeah.
goes,
I feel like
Be smart. You just ended the writer strike. You need the Swift rub.
yeah.
Get her in.
True.
She's amazing overall, and my guess is she knows like that people have given her feedback that's like, okay, you could be a better actor, and she probably would do something about it because she's like got the work ethic of like, I don't know, she's just really hardworking.
yeah,
She's worked hard enough to earn a $700 million net worth.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
like constantly writing songs.
if she's working with like Ryan Reynolds and like all these awesome actors in
Hugh
this
Jackman.
like MCU universe now, like
Yeah.
I don't think that they would let her
Like,
not
they
be
would give her
good.
some
You know,
chance.
like
Yeah,
'cause they- I feel like
totally.
they've had I feel like they've had bad actors come into this world that they're not bad actors in these films. You know,
Well, and it's not even necessarily good and bad. It's like different styles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like people who are more prominent as like theater actors, they really have to dial it down for film.
it's kind of like when Nickelodeon kids and Disney kids go into like
Yes,
actual films, like when Josh
absolutely.
Peck started doing more serious roles, like
Yeah.
yeah.
It took a
Well,
minute
there
for
was-
it to
there's
feel
a
more
transition.
natural.
There's
You
a
have
transition
to stop
period.
like the bubbles. And,
Josh
like,
Peck and
you have to bring it
Red
back.
Dawn, man.
yeah,
So
yeah.
awkward, but I love him.
It
I
was
love
weird that he
movie.
was
Like,
Chris Hemsworth's brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Blood related?
Yeah, like adopted maybe. I don't know.
Well, hopefully, out of all this, like, we're finally going to get what we've been wanting. I know we've been talking about it on the show forever. It's like instead of quality or quantity, we're getting
Give us
quality.
quality.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I mean a lot of
Yeah.
the
Are we talking about for like the MCU? Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't think it's been a quantity issue.
shit for the. I'm pretty sure it has been for the writers and all them.
Bro, you know, honestly, for them it probably
Yeah.
was overload though. I mean, I was thinking
the
about me for the
CGI
content I was getting.
It's just Yeah.
Well, it was
they did push a lot of stuff back, and hopefully because of that, they have more time to
Definitely.
create better material.
They've been like, every director has stepped out of the Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah.
They're
They've gone
really
through a
paying
few.
attention to the X-Men, which is beautiful. Like they know they need to do it right, so they're going to take their time.
Well, it's one of those necessary evils. We hate it because we've had to stop in a lot of our entertainment. Like things that were already working and came out. Like since we last talked, like Oppenheimer, Barbie, New Ninja Turtles movie, like Blue Beetle. There's been stuff that's come out, but there's definitely been like a weird halt or slowdown with a lot of things. Like again, you could open the internet at any point and get 12 different new exciting things.
Yeah.
And for me, it's kind of like the COVID effect. Like, Walmart's not 24/7, bitch, so I better enjoy it from the hours from 6 to 11.
How many years has it been? Because it's been long enough.
I
need to go to Walmart at 2 a.m.
I don't want it to change.
3 a.m.
Like I would love to have that option, but also I think about like the people who work there.
Nah,
and I'm
fuck
like,
that. I need to go. I need to
People
go.
still work there. They just have it close so they can do overnight stocking.
Night
without-
stocking.
Like it's still the
Coming
same.
from a perspective of a shopper, I could understand where it's beneficial and convenient. But as an employee, man, you know how much shit they probably took from the assholes in there at 2 a.m. expecting it to be the same quality as like
I wish they would at
5.
least push it back to midnight instead of.
I would like
11.
midnight or
'Cause
1 at the
11 is-
latest,
Yeah,
maybe.
because it's like.
You ever drop your toothbrush in the toilet at 3 a.m. and you're like, fuck, I need to go to Walmart
That's your
to
fault
get
for
a new
not
toothbrush.
having more than one toothbrush.
You're
I could
right.
go buy it, another one at Walmart at 3 a.m., 3:30, 3:40, whatever.
I feel like stock issues have been less consistent since this change. Like, I feel like they've had the opportunity during like closing hours to make sure that when they're open, they got what you need. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like post-COVID world.
I want my
I don't
Walmart
mind it
and I
at
want
all.
it now.
I don't mind. I just wish they would push it back at least one more hour so we had a little more time. Just 'cause, like we're night owls and we have, for example, we're in rehearsal until 10.
Right.
So if we like have to run around and go grab stuff, we're like
Everything's
pushing it close.
That does make sense. 'cause
Yeah,
I'm
we're
an
those
old man.
dickheads that get to HEB
Or,
at
like,
like
people who work
10:30
at
and
night.
like we're
Yeah,
running around trying to get
exactly.
everything.
Like, push it
Walmart
back just
employees,
1
tell us what
hour.
you think.
Let's be real. It's our whole city. Like our whole city dies at 10 o'clock. Like that's
Yeah.
like it. Everything else is
And for
closed.
like
food,
it's
restaurants,
affected DoorDash too because
Hell
DoorDash
yeah, it has.
you don't make as much money that late
Man,
because everything closes.
That's such a pain in the ass because if you're still doing it between like 9 and 11, you're just gonna go to the same fucking McDonald's 12 times and
Yep.
get shit tips.
Which wouldn't be bad if you weren't getting shit tips.
yeah,
Like,
because it's
they're
only
all
assholes that
lowballs.
don't tip that order
your
McDonald's. at 10
drivers.
o'clock.
Yeah.
It's
This
not
is-
that hard.
Also, I just want to say this has been such a random episode. I know
I
this
know,
is like a
like, this
free.
is not nerd
this is a
related.
free for all.
You guys went the
But
fuck
it's
off
like,
on
yeah.
Walmart.
We took free for
going
all
on?
to heart.
It's weird because
Yeah.
I know that there's things that we want.
I'm freaking out right
Shaking.
here.
Jujutsu
Like,
Kaisen.
But-
All right.
It's a fault of the writer strike. See, it's given us less entertainment to talk about free for all episodes, so we can only talk about DoorDash
My
and
bad.
Walmart
I
closing
didn't
at
know
11.
This is gonna be a free for all episode. They're like listening,
They're like, what's
what
the
the
subject?
fuck is
I
going
mean,
Yeah, they're like,
It's like when you play a video game and you have to get through the tutorial and then it pops up with the title of
Yeah, you're in the
it.
game.
Welcome to Nerd Social Hour in
Yeah.
Texas.
I mean, technically, we
But I'm not
do-
doing it by myself.
If you haven't,
Nerd
if
shit
you're
and pop
if you're
culture.
40 episodes into our show and you haven't realized we have ADD,
Probably
or
like everyone
ADHD,
here has ADHD.
like
Perkins might
We're
not.
on it.
I ain't ever seen an ADHD, not
I know.
even once.
Perkins
Yeah.
is like the most focused person
Yeah,
I think I've
I
ever
feel like
met in my
Perkins
life.
probably
Like,
doesn't have
God.
ADHD.
I'm just
I've been
chilling.
diagnosed.
That's the abuse, though.
but all right, I want to take this moment and let you guys talk about what y'all want to talk about because y'all been like itching.
Jujutsu Kaisen, let's get right to it.
Perkins.
Okay, so speaking of new shit,
Perkins,
new season.
Can I just say,
Yes.
God
I
damn it.
I love your shirt.
Oh, yes.
What-
It is
what's on the
factual.
back?
5 seconds to kill this man's hype.
What's
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'll turn around.
It's a JJK shirt. Hold on.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Whoa.
Back to the hype. All right, so we got the new season out.
Yup.
And if you didn't know, they go into the past of Gojo and fucking Geto and Toji. And then they rip your fucking heart out.
Ow.
It's just
These
fucking,
two are best friends.
it's just so bad. It's so heartbreaking. Like, They're so happy. Hey, we're gonna take care of this girl. She's living her best life. She's gonna become a fucking whatever the fuck she comes. I actually confused the shit out of me for a minute.
It was a little confusing.
She's supposed to be a star, platinum, JoJo reference shit. Anyways, she gets busted in the head. That's it.
Damn.
Done.
And not like the weird sex kind. Like,
Okay.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Not that one. My bad. Definitely.
Definitely.
But
So I definitely didn't expect that to happen when
Told
they
you got
started
the
the
blicky.
episodes. They were so light and airy. I was like, this is
Yeah.
going to be a fun like way to casually get you back in. And then I forgot I was watching Jujutsu Kaisen. And then,
Oh my gosh.
dude, fucking Toji is a problem, though. He was, if y'all don't know who Toji is, he had women fangirling over this man just because he was just swole.
Yeah.
Wore just like the great white sweatpants or whatever,
Yep.
joggers, letting the dick hang low. And then he would just, he capped on everybody else. And he's just a human. That's the craziest part. He was human and he fucked up Gojo. He fucked up. Yeah, he was working people in the most ridiculous ways and just chilling about like, oh, I'm about to get paid. Couldn't remember his son's name. He's begging me, you know, that's a
Yeah.
drop. If you haven't seen Jujutsu Kaisen yet, fuck you. It's your fault. We're talking about it right now.
it's so good.
There's a difference between the curse users in that world, and you know,
Yeah.
like the strongest one, Gojo. Like
These names are way too similar for me to ever remember
That's
character
Gojo.
names.
Gojo is the one with the blue
Crazy.
eyes that sparkle.
I
That's-
can't stop
they do
doing
sparkle.
it.
They do sparkle.
Oh, baby.
They do be sparkling.
He doesn't.
They
He is
do
the
be
strongest in the verse,
sparkling.
basically.
Yeah, and
What's
it's
that-
like basically your fucking Superman gets beat, you know, and
Oh,
shit
That's
comes
a
into
code
question.
Name. You're Superman. Gets beat.
But the way they break it down, like this arc. Okay, so if you watch, did y'all watch the first season? I know Justin did. You did. Chris, you had to watch it because of Justin. The first season of Jujutsu.
I watched it at home by myself
not
because she
one.
How does
couldn't.
that
You
work?
dare
She couldn't
be
handle.
with this man and not enjoy this.
Now
Watched
it's
it when I
dubbed,
was
but at the time
working.
I watched it subbed.
Blast!
So, Jujutsu Kaisen, the first season has one of my favorite fights in anime of all time in it. The clap fight, yeah.
Oh, man.
so fucking fun.
Ooh,
So
Toto.
look, you go from the first season, like you get the world broke down for you. Like there's curse users. You got Itadori, who happened just to eat the strongest curse user's finger.
Yep, Sukuna.
Very bad guy. He eats the fingers, gives them curse energy. Cool, happy, fun school adventure times until
School
it's not.
adventure time.
You figure out curses are made from humans' negative energy.
Ooh.
I.e., if you're a fucking depressed person, you are feeding these motherfucking curses
Damn.
good, tasty food.
That checks out.
They're fun. They're basically living their best life while you're hating yours, and they're getting
Yeah.
strong.
Your energy is crazy right now.
Hell yeah, she can be just like
Surrounded by
a
these-
world ender. They go from the way they break it down is you go from the present, then you go into the past with Zero, correct? Was it
Oh yes,
Zero
the
goes
movie.
Zero was the
Oh
past,
man,
and then now you're good into the
That
present
good
again, Shibuya. Now
baby.
all of these connect.
Booyah.
If you haven't been watching,
Spoopy.
they you're thinking it's all about Itadori. You're like, oh, he's the main character. Then you realize he's just a small player in a bigger game of curses. You got Gojo, who is the one that is just he's basically the one above all. Like everybody that sees him is like, hey, we don't want to fuck with them.
He's like the series All Might for comparison. Chris.
Basically,
Okay.
Yeah.
he like you don't want to fuck with them. And in fact,
Like, oh
he's
my-
so strong that other enemies
Are self-aware.
They're like, hey,
fucking self-aware.
let's not fight him.
Yeah.
We're gonna lose. Or if someone thinks they're gonna run a fade with him, hey, you're gonna die. And they're like, we're not gonna help you. I can beat him. Okay, cool. Did. You're not beating him.
Okay, cool.
Fucks him
then.
up. This character is such a problem that the manga creator did not realize how powerful he made this man until later on. He's like, bro,
Ain't it
how do I beat somebody like this? He made it and started questioning himself.
started having to piece his own puzzle? Like, what the fuck am I doing?
So
did I do?
basically, you have this character, and the Shibuya arc is out now. The whole goal is how the enemy is gonna capture this character, right?
Yes.
Now, spoiler alert. Okay,
Meh, meh, meh.
they have caught this man finally. They got the cube.
prison,
It's this
yeah.
cursed cube, whatever, to catch him. From this motherfucking moment on, no more games, no more happiness. No more happiness for anybody that enjoys Jujutsu Kaisen. Y'all remember how they ended off the flashback where it's like Gojo wakes up, hey, you finally awake, Gojo. Oh, blah, blah. Y'all remember that happy moment?
Yeah.
Throw that shit away. No more. No more. No more happiness for anybody involved in this shit. Death. Death and death for everybody involved.
You get death.
You have a favorite character? No, not anymore. Death.
Under your
You
chair.
know? You like enemies?
There's a
Death.
death under your chair.
You like sweet women? Death. Every fucking body is catching fucking hands.
I'll
It
just
don't
say
matter.
Catch your
one.
hand.
There's a few things that this show does for me that is just fucking amazing. Storytelling is one of them because since day one, you get introduced into concepts that you don't even touch on until episode like fucking 30. You're like, wait a minute, they said that shit in episode 1. They've been plotting. There are certain characters in there that they've been plotting like to capture Gojo to where we are now. It's like everything's paying off. And they do such a good job at keeping everything relevant. It's so good, y'all. You guys have to watch this one.
The newest season starts next month, right?
The
next arc.
the next part of it. Yeah, this is where shit is gonna pop off. So we just
October.
we had the past arc, whatever, Gojo's past,
month.
Ghetto. And if you watch the movie, which you should have watched the movie,
Yeah.
you find out about Ghetto. You know about Ghetto now, right?
Yes.
Okay. So with Ghetto, that was Gojo's best friend. And imagine having a friend that's looking at humans like, hey, you know, humans are fucking horrible people.
Yeah.
Because they are.
True.
Facts.
You decide, you get asked by the strongest being, Gojo, hey, should we just kill them? Because he has a moment. The humans are just clapping after this one chick died. Like, it was a very bad death. Like, she
Yeah.
did not need to die. She died for a cult. Basically, it was like, oh, we want the true God to come or
Yeah.
whatever. They capped this innocent girl. She is in high school. She has not even lived her life. Dead. Like, I'm talking about within moments of seeing her later on, she's finally about to get free. Pop!
That's like our turning point for Ghetto.
Yeah, like, and at that point, Ghetto was like,
like,
hey,
Ghetto.
he no longer calls humans humans. He's like, you fucking monkeys. Don't mean that in a racial way.
Hello, monkeys.
But
I was like, whoa, that was getting real
that's what he
Frieza
sees humans
racist.
as now. He's just like, you monkeys, you monkeys. He
'cause
basically
he
wants
came
to
from
kill them
monkeys.
all. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
he hates them. And there's a point where Gojo is like, hey, should we just kill them? And at this point, you realize that if Ghetto didn't say no, Gojo could have easily been this mass fucking...
So strange.
And it would have not... It like, no one would have been able to stop him at that point.
That's our
At all.
hero, you know? like a Homelander moment.
Jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
But you
Not be
go
a
from like this nice, happy moment of him waking up, reminiscing on how he became the strongest, to everything going down fucking hill in Shibuya. Like where
Yeah.
they're at now, it is the opening
Oh
moment
my
for hell.
God.
Like nothing good is gonna happen. And I've been telling people that watch the anime, I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, are you ready? Are you sure?
He asks me that all the time, yo.
Yeah, it's just like because he's not manga current. I'm manga current.
Yes.
I like that this anime is still maintaining its popularity. I was worried after the first season came out because admittedly even the movie took about like a year and a half.
Yeah.
And then the new stuff took about another year and a half. So we're like 3 years removed from when it was first released. And when it first came out, I was convinced and I'm still convinced it's going to be the number one anime like
Fuck yeah.
almost of all time. Like,
Dude, they're
Would you
making
say it's
murals.
better than Demon Slayer?
yes.
Oh, yeah,
man.
yeah. Like
I-
story about the
Biased
Demon Slayer had
against Demon
animation.
Slayer.
It was simple. I'll always say this about Demon Slayer: it was simple, but simple made good. It didn't need much. You knew what you would get into with Demon Slayer. Good animation, extremely easy story to fucking follow.
Pretty
That's
good
all
shit
you
to
wanted.
watch. Very
Done.
visually.
Jujutsu
beautiful.
Kaisen, they have power levels, they have skills, they have rules they must follow. And then they have a motherfucking mastermind that we have not figured out yet. I don't know who the mastermind is yet. I stopped myself after a certain point in me. I was like, I gotta stop. I gotta let myself enjoy this, damn it. And like, I don't know who it is. Nobody, like, well, current manga people know who it is. Also, if you get into Jujutsu Kaisen, fuck fuck you, whoever spoiled that big ass spoil. You know what spoiler it is.
Look, y'all.
You know what it is.
I'm so sick of the internet spoilers right now. I'm so sick.
No, y'all don't understand the biggest
You guys
bullshit
do
that
not
y'all-
understand this shit.
Justin gets to live his life happy. He'll never know it because he knows how to scroll
Fuck the
past
internet,
shit. I scroll
man.
past shit, and it was on a TikTok video, and I was like, "Oh, what is it? No!"
Look,
As
guys,
soon as I see anything pertaining to like something I know is about to come out, I just immediately yeet
to
it.
say briefly what.
No, don't say
No,
briefly.
Wait.
we don't do this.
No.
Is
I'm just-
Gojo the strongest?
I'm not.
Gojo is
I'm not
strong.
revealing anything.
Okay.
That picture is Gojo.
But to say briefly, people have gone as far as in Spain, they're making murals for somebody. They're like doing the most.
Oh my
I'm-
it
god.
was in Japanese news media paper. The media. This is how
fuck
big
is
this
wrong
show
with
is.
you?
When will I get to see this
Fuck is
spoiler?
wrong with
You are not going to see this until probably a whole nother arc after this, bro. That's how insane. But I want y'all to think about how popular
look it
this
up now.
fucking manga
Yeah.
is. Japan, this was on the news. That's how a fucking fictional character. Okay, when does that fucking happen? It was
I'm
on the
looking
news
this
as an actual fucking loss of a person. On the paper.
Whoever's
Like,
linking
Why
this
would they put
shit.
that in the news?
like, what the fuck?
What?
People were mourning over this. Ugh, mourning over this shit.
They're not going to spoil it, but I can tell you now, somebody probably dies.
Yeah, duh.
We're gonna
obviously.
find you.
Yeah,
We'll find
you
you.
piece of shit.
Yeah.
I
Fucking.
have a question.
Fuck.
Sukuna,
Yes.
Kudos.
are they a demon or are they cursed?
He's a cursed user. He used to be a fucking jujitsu sorcerer like the
Yeah.
rest, and then he was like, "I want to be evil as fuck," and then he just became stronger than everybody except Gojo, because Gojo even said, "I could beat him."
Right, 'cause
All
he's the
because
strongest.
Gojo is
He's such a
Gojo.
badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is. He
There's
is.
there's a few things that we keep on having to remind ourselves in this anime too. It's like certain details that make me not believe some of the spoilers, but you just constantly have to go back, and it's so fun. Like it's like doing your homework, you know? You got to pay attention to this little detail. It's like, wait, they said that's the only way to end somebody in particular. I really worded that well. But
Almost. I was like, hold up. But
Fabian's over here trying to tell me.
I'm watching like this. But let's get on to something that. Sorry for that long ass tangent, y'all.
Yeah.
Wait.
But-
I have one question, and you're the only person that I think would know the answer to. Speaking of like unbeatable characters and shit, it has nothing to do with this because I haven't. But
Perkins was about to snap his neck.
You'll never know the secret. God damn it.
when the fuck are we getting season 3 of One Punch Man?
They're actually in the works already. It's
How long has it been?
it's
Like
been a while. The
1,000
manga.
years.
I went and rewatched it all, and I fucking love that show. And I'm just like, hold up,
The
I
manga-
watched this a long time ago.
Yeah,
Like,
no, they got season 2, but the new one is in production. And
Okay.
they had to let the manga go on for a bit because all those scenes, the manga moves very fast.
Yeah.
So when we saw season 1, that shit in the manga was like Saitama fighting gods and shit is not out of the norm. He does what he does all the time.
Yeah.
And so they have to let the story build. And the manga is pretty far ahead now. And there's even more shit. Like the arc it ended on, that was only half of that arc. There's so much left to that they had to catch up on that they just finished recently manga wise. So it's coming. They already finished the arc and they're on another one. So it's
All
going
right,
to be
all right,
here
all
soon,
right.
I believe.
yeah.
I have a question about Jujutsu Kaisen.
Let's go.
What is your unpopular opinion about it?
Whew, unpopular opinion.
I have one.
I feel
But-
like I feel like Itadori. He's the main character that's not the main
Yeah,
character.
underrated. It's
I love
crazy.
him.
It's so
but
crazy.
I swear Gojo outshines this man out without trying. And I don't hate Itadori. I love his character, but it's like they made Gojo too strong. You made Itadori the main character, and then you brought me Gojo. It's like
He was off in episode 1 or 2.
originally they were
Yeah.
gonna kill his ass
Right?
off.
Yeah.
Itadori?
Itadori.
Yeah. But then, like, he is the main character, and it just sucks. I think he does get a lot more love in Shibuya.
Yeah.
Right now, he gets his main character shit, but my unpopular opinion is, like, Gojo should have been introduced like later, bro. Gave Ichidori needed more time to shine because he is a good character. He's good-hearted. I love his type of character because he's such a good-hearted.
He's got
character.
that good main character vibe.
Like he's Tadro type vibes.
Yeah.
And realistic. He doesn't want to. He's not out there trying to actively like, oh, I'm a hero. I want to kill people. No, he's hurting when he fights people. He didn't want to kill any Kurtz because he knew they used to be human. He's like, I don't want to do this. And then there comes a point where he grows. He's like, I have to kill them.
It's like close friends are dying. Like he's realizing the world he's been like
Very
pushed
dark
into.
anime,
pretty
honestly. Like
I
Source
think a lot of
Wise.
animes are dark.
Yeah, but
these
it's done
days.
well. Now, I want to get on something
know.
I know everyone's seen.
They're gory at least.
One Piece.
Yeah.
All right, so also on your side, favorite character,
Favorite character?
off rip.
The main guy, Luffy.
Luffy.
I love Luffy so much. His personality is so like carefree and fun.
Just very positive.
As soon as he came up to me and was like, join my crew, I'd be like, okay.
Sign me up. I'm in.
yeah.
It's probably why they
Yeah. Second
Most
favorite
people
is
join.
the other guy, the guy with the green hair.
Zoro.
I like
That's
him.
my number one.
Yeah.
bro.
Zoro's dope.
I was
like
gonna
him
say
a lot.
Zoro's my
Zoro's
favorite.
my number one, bro.
Yeah,
Off
but I
rip.
really do like Luffy.
He's been in a few live adaptations,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I didn't realize that either.
Oh,
Yeah, like
wow.
he's
He's a
pretty
popular
popular.
boy.
And his
You know what's
father is a Kill Bill guy.
Yep.
Oh. I haven't seen the animated version, but so like I was just like watching him. Zoro is his name?
Zoro.
The
Zoro.
green hair guy or
Yeah.
the main
Green
Zora
hair
or
guy.
Zoro?
Zoro.
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 So like the masked
Yeah.
Mexican
Zorano.
guy.
I was watching him and I was like, why is he like he's making some very specific character choices, like with his eyes always being like that.
Yep.
And then I looked up images of his character and his eyes are always like that. I was like, all right,
Oddly
okay.
shifty and
Very
yeah.
specific, just like very like low eyes.
He was my favorite one. Like
Yeah.
his character was just so fucking good.
Yeah, I liked his character.
Yeah, the whenever he first puts, because I've also never seen the actual anime, so the first I'm introduced with the live action of it, and so they're like, what's with the third sword? Like, how does he?
Oh, yeah.
where does it go? And
I was like,
when he
what the
first,
hell?
when he first was pulling it out, he put his two swords in one hand, and I was like, oh, so he does
Yeah.
two in one hand and one in the other. I was like, sick, and then he just goes. I was like, oh, that's okay.
That's also
Everybody's
very
first reaction is, huh, how would this work? You got the strong neck, don't you?
How's he gonna call his moves out?
Is Luffy's character just as like charismatic in the anime?
Luffy's character in the anime, I think Luffy at the start of One Piece is a dumbass. He's a good dumbass, but God, he's not smart, bro. Combat sense, immaculate. Everything else, Luffy is boy. He got some.
Would you say he's kind of like Goku-esque?
Definitely carefree though.
Goku
Like he's
is-
like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat. Oh, this happens. I'm gonna do that. Like he's
Yeah.
definitely a very carefree individual.
Almost, you
Yeah.
know, Goku is good, except Goku wants to fight everybody. Luffy is just trying to. Luffy will fight someone once he thinks
You fuck
that
with
he
his
is what he wants.
friends.
You fuck with his friend. Goku is like, I'll fight you for strong. Luffy, you fuck with my friends for boxing.
Yeah.
And like,
I mean, I got that from the show, even
With
like
Shanks.
he's like the furthest thing from a pirate, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
He is the
totally.
opposite of what a true pirate is. Pirates will fucking rob you, kill you. He
Yeah.
will help you
Yeah.
and eat with you and be your friend.
He was
And
like, I'm a
I know
different
that's how they
kind of
want to
vibrant.
play him.
the
and it
biggest
works.
part about Luffy that's a pirate is he wants treasure. Like
Yeah.
that's really
Yeah.
it. Like
he
it's
just
the
wants the
only pirate
adventure
part about
of
him.
like
lifetime.
the adventure and the lifestyle of the pirates minus all the bad shit that they do.
Well, like the character wise, I think the live adaptation is not bad.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Like,
ask like how you
How it
felt
compares.
like the for the guys that watch it
Wait,
like
I don't
anime.
like Luffy as a live action.
I liked him a lot.
I was gonna
But
say
I haven't
he's
seen-
probably like my least favorite character. Like out
Really?
of watching the live action, but I never
take.
watched the anime, so I don't know like how it
Yeah.
like relates.
I don't hate him though.
True.
I
Yeah, haven't
fucking
seen
my
the
favorite character
anime.
hands down was Luffy.
I love
thought he was well
Luffy.
casted. I thought he was well
Yes.
acted. I know that like, and don't get me wrong, like and this isn't I know better than you, but I feel like I'm the closest to
than
those
know more than
episodes
you.
that were recently aired. So like that's fresh in my mind. I don't have 1,000 episodes under my belt. I have most of what they just recently covered,
That-
and I feel like they
Yeah.
fucking killed it. Like
It could be one of those things though, like a lot of times like when there's just book adaptations
Yeah.
to movies. Like people who were fans of the original works are going to want to see that fleshed out in the live action. So if it's not what you want to see in the live action, then you're going to be disappointed.
I think they almost nailed it, but it's like there's some aspects where they're just like he's too focused. He's too much of a fanboy for me. I was like,
Yeah,
man,
like-
stop
Oh,
that
yeah.
cringe shit,
Luffy,
man.
stop that.
But
Gamu Gamu! Every time, bro. I'll never forget. I got hyper so Jen. She was watching it, and we're good. We're into it. As soon as this man did Gamu Gamu, she was like, "What the fuck was that?" Like she stopped. She was like, she made a face. She literally was like, "What was that?"
They don't do that in the
It's
anime.
Gamu Gamu. They do it in the anime, but it sounds so lit.
Well, it's
And
because
this
you
was
have
Gamu
tradition.
Gamu.
The problem is you have traditional voice actors doing it without accents,
Yeah.
and then you have him who's now in the proper like race.
maybe it is
Like
a sub
he was
versus
cast
dub thing.
as the race that Oda said he was. Here you're hearing him say those words with his own accent.
Yeah.
So that for me is why I think it was actually more accurate than even the anime, because the dude's what was he supposed to be like? South shit, his nationality.
Brazil or
Like
some
Brazilian or
shit.
Like-
He's Brazilian or something.
All
But
right, so we'll say Brazilian. We could be wrong, but he sounds like a Brazilian dude saying those words.
yeah,
Like, because
I
he
mean,
is. Like, that's his nationality.
But
It's just
even
not
with
what
the
you're
dub,
used to.
the animated dub and sub, both are really good.
Yeah.
They
It
are.
doesn't sound
Yeah,
cringy. Like
that's
to me
true.
personally,
But it's
Luffy
also one of those
sounded
things too.
cringy.
Like it's almost
It just-
it's hard to do. It's the translation from like animated to live action.
we
It's
discussed
kind of
this in
hard
another
to make
podcast
it,
too. By the way,
huh?
we discussed this.
Yeah, we did. Because even with like Dragon Ball Z, like when which obviously like the film was just like atrocious, like it's one of the worst. But like even when he does like the Kamehameha or like whenever they try to like call him out, like it doesn't sound right because we're used to hearing it a specific way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when
Yeah.
it gets translated into a live action, it's like it feels weird sometimes. For me, like I don't have any reference. I don't have
Yeah,
a reference
exactly.
point.
And
So
I
like
think
I
that's a
didn't.
beautiful way to go into
Yeah.
it.
I still
because-
thought it sounded kind of good.
Go ahead. Like I think this is a great
Which-
way for people to get into One Piece because they may fucking hate the anime.
It has been
Yeah.
wildly successful too since then. Like
I
even
enjoyed it
viewership
a
for the
lot.
anime.
Yeah, people
Yeah.
love the
I
live,
liked
and
it.
they may like people that tried to watch the anime and hate it because how long it was loved the live action. Because what they do in the live action that you won't see in anime is fucking progression, shorter progression times, bro. Like,
Yeah.
when I say there's 1,000 something episodes of One Piece.
Yeah.
Think about
Holy
watching
shit.
like 30 minutes of that every day. You're like trying to
On
catch up.
slow-mo.
Whereas you're watching live action, they're moving that shit on. You're eating it up. You're like, hey,
Well-
this is progressive. This is nice. This is nice.
The live action was what, 8 episodes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They fucking took
Yeah.
care of a whole.
Which was, I'm pretty sure it was
What
like
was it like?
First-
45, 50
Yeah.
episodes of
Holy
the anime.
shit!
Yeah. And they took care of it.
Don't get me wrong, they did cut some things out that I was really sad.
Oh, they. This is my.
It's on
biggest
Netflix
fear.
though, and they
They're
stay ready
notorious.
like to cancel people.
The biggest
They're
thing
really
I'm
good.
afraid of is when it gets to the CGI later on. Y'all are seeing
How
the
the
little
fuck
smidgets
are
of
they gonna
rubber
do
power.
Chopper?
Yeah.
You got Chopper. Frankie is what I'm really worried
Oh,
about. And
Frankie.
then Brooke. Brooke, if they do CGI, Brooke, horrible. If they do fucking like
practical effects.
practical,
Yeah.
Brooke could be fucking
What's
lit.
Brooke's thing?
He's a fucking no. Ah, I'm not telling you.
Okay,
not
okay,
telling
okay,
you.
okay.
But the
Wait.
cool thing about this though is those things, for at least for me, are literally 5+ years away from now. Because
yeah.
when it goes story arc, like, and I know people are excited about Chopper. A really cool thing about One Piece in general is Jamie Lee
You'll love
Curtis.
Chopper.
Jamie Lee Curtis wants to play a character
saw
in the new
that.
Oh
season.
yeah,
She's a huge fan of Chopper and One Piece, and she wants to play the doctor that is
Yeah.
with him.
Yeah.
And she even said, she was like, once the writer strike is done, if it like count me in lobbying for this character.
hell yeah.
Said,
I
yeah,
saw
we'll do
the,
it.
I was gonna say I saw the response to that. But wait, Crystal, who's your favorite character? I said mine, and then we had a whole bunch to say.
Okay, so Nami and the
orange
chef
sugar
guy.
guy.
Sanji.
Sanji.
Oh, you know,
Oh, the chef
yeah,
guy is
mine's
cool.
Sanji
Yeah,
for sure.
Sanji is lit.
Sanji was
That
the one
shit
character
almost made
design
me
I
cry,
didn't care
y'all.
for.
Oh, the
His jaw was
backstory.
really
Yeah,
big.
when
The
he
backstory.
Really?
I don't. You haven't gotten
And
that
his
far.
hair was super thin.
Sorry.
Oh no,
I just-
you're good. I was like, who is
No,
Look
this?
it
shit, I think Sanji did
He
good.
looked good. It just didn't.
I can feel you on that a little bit. They didn't give him his fucking eyebrow,
yeah.
bro.
I'm cool
Yeah,
about
that's
the
fine.
eyebrows.
not gonna break that for him.
Yeah.
Like, his signature is they literally talk shit to him throughout the entire
Yeah.
series. Talk about his eyebrows,
Curly eyebrow,
Like that's
freak.
one big thing that they talk shit.
But if they would have gave Usopp his nose though,
it would never have worked.
Yeah.
Well, no, it wouldn't have worked. 'cause he
Usopp-
kissed
I don't
somebody.
know.
Usopp's character looked fucking awesome.
He was
Yeah.
great.
He looked
I liked
so
him.
good.
He was funny.
Yeah.
The
Usopp is a slingshot guy.
yeah, the coward.
Oh,
He's the one that makes
The
up
guy-
the story.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the
He
guy that
uses
they've
slingshot.
met
He
at
uses
that
slingshot in the very
mansion.
last
The
episode.
shark guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he used it against the fucking
I like the clown guy.
Buggy.
Buggy was
Buggy
shit.
was so
He was
good.
fun.
Wow. Yeah.
Alex has opinions.
I tried to he was fine.
No, be honest. It's fucking okay.
It's hard to I was trying to explain this to Danny. I kept going back and forth between I like his character, I don't like his character, not because who he is, but because of how it was done. It's hard to do a clown, like it's hard to act as a clown without going into like crossing the line of like cringy.
Yeah,
So,
you're
like-
either like clowning too close to Joker, and it's
Or it's
it-
just I
The
don't
great
know.
thing about it is, though,
especially
is that
evil clowns.
that actually kind of works in his favor, considering his character, even in the
Yeah.
anime,
Yeah.
is kind of cringy and a little weird. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Buggy's definitely
Definitely.
not a character that you're ever like, I'm taking him seriously.
Yeah.
He spent a whole
Right.
episode and they did it where he comes back
Yeah.
together and it's just his arms and his legs and his head.
Yeah, they did that.
In
They
the-
did a whole episode with him like that because they
Oh,
locked
that's
up the rest
funny.
of his
I think I
body.
probably would have appreciated
I think it's-
his character more if I had seen it.
I was thinking about
as
like
it goes along, his character gets a little better.
I thought it was cool because like that kind of character could easily have been like
Maybe it was just
cringy.
And then I'd have a moment where I'm like,
Yeah.
like everyone, like, but then I'd be
That's
back to,
gonna
like, I
happen
like
in
this
One Piece
character.
more than you ever fucking know, bro.
But that's
Like-
that's that translation from like animated show to live action. It's like
Yeah.
there's like a goofiness and like the unrealism of an anime that you have to like it's hard to translate into
Yeah.
something that's
Definitely.
real.
That's
I
why
also-
this. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No, go for it.
Okay. I was gonna say, like, I think also as I'm still like I'm a novice when it comes to anime. Like I'm watching some things here and there when Danny's watching it.
Yeah.
And I'm realizing that there's always they all have some kind of comedic aspect in that they're like
Depends on the ones you watch.
hyperbolic, like very hyperbolic, like over the top.
Yeah,
Yeah.
over exaggerated
Yeah, that are
expressions and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
meant to be like over the top.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
Very
sure,
dramatic.
for sure.
Yeah.
One of the best parts about like the character designs in this is how they kind of updated some of them to not be the same character they were written as in like 99.
Yeah.
Like Sanji for me in the anime, one of my least favorite things about him is he's just kind of he's a pervert. He's an idiot. He gets stupid about it, and it's to a point where I can't take his character seriously at all, no matter how badass he is, because all it takes is Nami or Robin saying
Yeah.
something, and he
Nami
gets
Swan!
hard eyes, and it's
Well,
like, oh my
that's
god,
his-
my beautiful.
I'm gonna wait.
his character.
I'm gonna wait for Robin to come in.
But
'cause-
I
yeah.
promise
No, he did that a lot with Nami, though.
True,
like,
but
a
it was
lot.
watered down. You
Yeah,
know, like
no, he's
in
going,
the-
dude. I call he's gonna do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
next
think he's
season.
going to.
It's
I
for
thought-
sure, for sure. It's
I like
character
that they
build.
let him be
It
a
has to be.
badass first without
what's
it,
he
though.
gonna
Like
do?
his fight with Arlo in the park.
Oh yeah.
Him and Zoro's like back-to-back fighting was so badass. But yeah, just I'm happy he's not a super pervert. He could be a pervert, but it just doesn't have to be his
In
entire
the
character.
in the
No.
show, in the animated show, do they whenever like they show the bounties, do they do that in the like
They
the
show
anime?
the bounties, but they don't.
They don't like rip through them and stuff.
No,
no,
I
it's
actually
so-
really
it's
like.
so-
I
so
actually
cool.
really
She
like
pointed
that.
that out.
I was gonna say probably my favorite part of this live action is anytime like they introduce
Yeah,
them.
Yeah.
that's
'Cause
one
they
of my
do
favorite.
like a whole like scene where it's just that character.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So like the one guy like he was all posted
That was
up.
Buggy,
on,
I
like, a
thought.
fucking
Yeah,
throne.
he's
Yeah,
Buggy.
he was like,
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
that looks so fucking.
That was pretty
clean.
cool.
yeah, whenever
Like
like
maybe in
the
the
poster
anime?
comes
That
up and they
was
just like rip it off.
Yeah, at the end
Mihawk
of the
and
first
everyone.
episode, I was
Yeah.
like, I like this character.
Yeah.
He
like
looks
when they
cool.
transition in the
then I
anime,
saw
like
more
it's
of
a
it,
weird
I
thing
was
to do in animes, like the halfway point.
Yeah.
If that's what it reminded me of, like when the wanted posters like pop up on the screen.
Yeah.
Like that's how it felt when they were doing it in the live action.
Yeah,
The
it's pretty
wanted
cool.
posters were so cool. Like,
Yeah,
that,
I
that was
really
always
like
a cool
that.
thing, even when I didn't watch the anime that I thought was badass in One Piece
Yeah.
were the wanted posters.
Character.
What was your favorite character? You nerd.
I already said mine.
Well, I'm gonna go with Sanji.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Yeah, I feel like he's gonna get there, and I mean, it was just I've seen One Piece like every time Toonami would come on. Like that's my reference. I've been like every time my favorite show just got done, it'd be like One Piece. I'm like, man, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I really like Sanji's live adaptation right now. Zoro's too, but
I like Zoro.
I liked villain wise. I really liked the Edward Scissorhand motherfucker. That was like,
Fuck that
what
guy.
the hell is his name?
Yeah.
Cat,
They were like the cat pirates or cat
Black Cat Pirates.
that guy was
Kano.
crazy.
Y'all go ahead and talk about him. I'm gonna look it up because now it's disappointing me.
I like that story was paced the way it was, and man, I was sad in the anime. Usopp's kind of known, and he does it in there's like a
Kuro. Kuro is his name.
They're these kids. It's the kid pirates. It's like Usopp's crew in the
Yeah.
anime that they left out, where he's like always talking to them about his adventures and his tales, and it's how he builds himself up to be like a big, like a hot shot.
Yeah.
and that's how he's able to join their crew is because he's had all these adventures. They left them out, but that story was still told like really well. It was so fun watching, and I like kind of like it had a Tim Burton aspect for it, like when they were in that.
In that,
felt
like
a
the
weird horror
mansion
movie type thing.
for sure.
Like in that, dude, that story.
That's
was
funny
fun.
because Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah.
Fuck,
You know
I didn't
what?
even put
And I
that
don't know if y'all
together.
paid attention. Y'all remember when Luffy chugged the pot of poison and stuff?
Yeah.
seen that crow.
That is a big part of Luffy's character. He is known to fucking eat
name
everything
is
poisonous,
Cat
right?
Claws.
And he has a giant immunity to poison because of it. Like, and
I was
just
gonna
him
say,
showing
yeah.
that, he does that repeatedly in the future. Like, this motherfucker is dense when it comes to eating poison.
ooh,
Oh,
food.
I'm hungry. Poison fish. Oh, I'm hungry. Poison soup. Oh, I'm hungry. Poison any. He
will eat anything.
He will eat anything. And because of his stupidity, he builds immunities to shit, and it's fucking crazy. And when they threw
That's
that
kind
in
of
there, it
cool.
was nice.
I mean, that's kind of how we get immunities in the world, but he just does
would
it to the
die.
extreme. Yeah, he just does it to the extremes.
you had Kuro, and then I'm trying to think. Kuro was dope.
Alex pointed out
Mihawk.
Mihawk was dope.
Mihawk was lit.
who's Mihawk.
The big sword guy, like
The-
Oh yeah,
He
yeah,
made
yeah. Oh,
Zoro
yeah,
like a
yeah,
bitch
yeah,
with his
yeah.
little dagger. He's like,
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
all I need.
Yeah, that's
What did you say? What was there?
What are
You were
you-
talking. She's trying to bring up this character.
What's
from,
character?
Go ahead. What was it? You said something. Go ahead. Don't be shy.
Wait.
Okay, she's embarrassed. She was saying there's some kind of crow. I was like, the crow? You want me to talk about the crow?
We're still on One Piece, bitch. You'll get your moment.
I know. She's so antsy.
What were you saying? Alex said what? You're about to say.
Oh,
Big
I was gonna
sword guy.
say-
I don't know.
You said something about like you were like, "What's up with this dude's skin?" At one point.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
beginning
Oh, yeah,
of
yeah.
it.
I didn't realize he was rubber.
Yeah. But-
Yeah.
I mean, did. I was like, what the hell? And Justin's like, okay, hold on. Let me explain this. He's like, so he eats his fruit. He
Yeah.
starts like going into
If
shit.
I had literally just waited a few minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it explains it pretty
explained it and then it
quickly.
came,
I'm
and
like,
then
what the fuck is up with his
Depending-
he
skin?
was like, they can't swim. I was like, that's so fucking random. I was like, who was like, oh, you know what? We're gonna make sure they eat this fruit, and some weird shit's gotta happen. They're like, they
explained it.
can't swim, and
They
I was
pissed
like,
off the
what
gods
the
of
fuck?
water, basically, type
Yeah.
shit.
I
Damn.
feel like I missed
Yeah.
that if they said it in the live action because I was like,
Or the
I still
ocean
don't get
hates
why they
you.
can't
didn't fully
swim.
understand. I heard them say something about seawater, and I was like, what? And I didn't fully catch what they said about seawater, but then like Buggy was like drowning him with seawater, and I was like, all right, something about seawater affects their powers, but I didn't hear the full thing.
The explanation for it.
Yeah.
Seawater
drowning.
basically makes it where they're.
I remember what I was gonna say. I was gonna say you pointed out that what was the character's name was in Evil Dead.
Yeah, Kobe.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Co-
yeah.
no,
He
Evil
was the
Dead Rise.
son.
The newest
he was the
one.
son.
Dead
yeah.
Rise.
Kobe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was the idiot who played the
Crazy.
finals.
I didn't like
Yeah.
the overemphasis on Kobe this season. The Marines got so much time that I don't understand.
I think what they're gonna do, because I feel like they're gonna make Garp is a big part, and what I think they're trying to do plot wise is keep it short and concise.
Okay.
If they do it the way the anime is, you would get a backstory on Kobe. You would get a backstory on Garp. You would get a backstory on Usopp. You would get a backstory on Nami. You would get a backstory on Luffy. Luffy's
More than one
fucking friend,
backstory.
to the point where you'd get sick of the shit.
They also spoiled a bit of the anime in the live action because, and apparently I had to look it up. You don't find out that Garp is Luffy's grandpa until like episode 300 plus.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
gonna say they mentioned that, and then I was like, "So wait, is this really his
I
grandpa?"
was like, I have
How
no
are they
idea.
related? How'd this happen?
Oh yeah, they did.
They
It's just
off
the guy
rip.
he
It was
calls
like grandpa.
Like, if he
That's
knows
supposed to be a
his
big
grandpa,
revelation.
what?
Yeah.
Oh, you
There's a
know
lot
what
of
else?
shit.
The guy who's Captain Morgan's son.
Zoro cut his hair off.
He literally looks like an anime character personified. Like,
Yeah.
You're right. You're not. He looks just like if you look
If
at
you look
his
up
anime character.
his anime
what's his
character.
name?
Fuck. You just said Captain Morgan's son, right?
Yeah.
So Captain.
I can't wait to see sub characters like Crocodile and
Morgan's
Smoker
son.
and shit.
I
And,
need some rim.
Son.
Some rim.
the Rim?
Yeah, dude. Helmetpo. HELMEPPO. If you look up that fucking character on Google right now, they look exactly like
It
him.
was
It's
weird how
fucking
close
crazy.
they got it. It was crazy.
You press on-
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Look right there.
It's his big mouth.
Oh yeah.
That's literally Helmetpo. That's that fucking the one that Zoro cut his hair off.
Yeah.
That was a good actor to choose
Yeah.
because
And Kobe.
he looks stupid close to the character
Kobe
like
looks
manga.
a lot like Kobe too, but his hair's
Yeah.
pink here. They didn't want to make it pink in this show.
I think they give
I thought
him
it-
Purplish lavender in the.
Yeah.
They
I
could
don't
have
know.
given him pink hair, but
They-
they could've
I thought
done
they
it.
did they not give him pink hair in
It's
the,
like
in the live
lavender.
action?
Blonde.
No, it's
No,
not
I thought it
blonde.
was lavender.
Hold on.
Shit, you got me
Really?
thinking.
Yeah, it's definitely
No,
not
it's
blonde.
definitely not blonde, bro.
Okay,
it's
hold on,
lavender,
Hold on.
right?
My favorite character
know.
was Luffy.
Oh yeah,
Luffy
we didn't
was
get to
good.
that. No,
Yeah.
yeah.
I also have a big problem with anime that I just always kind of gravitate towards the main character.
Yeah.
So it's.
I mean, it's
Luffy was going to be
that's
my
why they're the
favorite
main
regardless.
characters. You know, like that's how they draw you into them.
I like
yeah, it
one
was
for the
pink.
evil side.
It was
I like
pink.
the antagonist. You can't
Oh,
have a
really?
good hero
Okay,
without
yeah,
a,
yeah.
bad,
But
a good
it's like so
antagonist.
I
the
did love
way
Buggy.
Yeah.
Buggy
Feel
was
like it's, like,
so good.
blonde
And
a little bit, yeah.
Arlong and so, again, I don't have a ton
Like
of the
that bacon
anime, but
cake.
one of my favorite references is why, and it was even my favorite when I was watching it. And the anime was when they go to fight Arlong, and he puts the hat. Or the live action, it was fucking great.
Yeah, it was, like to me, I liked it in live action. It did not hit as hard as when I saw the fucking anime.
Yeah.
The anime, I got chills, and I bring that up when I talk about One Piece. I'm like, get to this part, and you like, and I'm like,
you showed me when we were working out, like Gear 5.
I wanna hear about it.
What the fuck is this? I was so used to watching Toonami One Piece. When he showed me, I'm like, it has like recent anime styles. It's so
they
different.
update the anime later on. You're gonna see what the journey is good for, anime wise. They increase the animation, but when I say you got a journey to it,
Yeah. I heard it's like post time skip is when
He
the
felt
animation
like-
picks up.
It was like a movie. And he said it was
Oh,
like basically
I looked that
all
up.
those episodes, but they looked like they were like the animation was newer.
They did like
Oh.
the Skypia arc, but they did it as like an hour and a half movie.
yeah, if you want to, you don't have to. This is
Like,
not
I
for
just
everybody.
watch the movies and
You,
catch up.
you can watch. They have these movies they put together, and it's all the shit. They just get rid of the
Yeah,
extra shit you
they're
don't
pretty good
fucking
about
need.
that.
You don't need to see them.
Okay, I need to know what those movies are. Then I
There's
can watch it that way.
There's
like
also a
graphic novels
website
for
that apparently
movies.
is super popular called One Pace
Yep.
that will just kind of take you through it with eliminating a lot of the bullshit.
you told me about
I'm going
that,
for a
yeah.
completionist. I want every episode, so
Skip
I'm going
the
to watch
filler.
them all. Not me.
You don't need a filler.
There's not a lot of filler to
Which
really
is so
skip.
weird because normally he's
Yeah,
one
there's
that skips
1,000
filler
episodes, and I looked
But he,
at
like,
it. It
makes
has the lowest percentage of filler of any anime.
still filler.
10%.
10% of 1,000 is
10%.
how
Dude,
much.
when we watched fucking what was it, Black Clover, he was like, we don't need these fillers. These are just filler episodes. You can skip this. You can skip this. These are just
yeah,
filler
you can, 'cause-
episodes. But this one here, he's like,
No, filler
I don't give a
episodes.
fuck.
hit.
I'm watching all of them.
They
I was
hit.
like, oh
They're
my
great.
God.
Can we just talk about how
So many
big of a
episodes.
piece of shit the end of Black Clover was for a
No,
second?
let's not.
No, let's talk about
Let's
the
Let's talk
prominent
about the
thing.
crow.
I love Daniel's
All right.
color scheme right now. I'm feeling it.
Thanks.
So I wanted to talk to you guys about the crow.
wanna talk
Me and me only. So focus
you,
on
Justin.
me for what you got, bud?
We'll
You
beef
excited?
later. Look, I'm just really excited because over the light on some stuff.
Yeah.
But now Lionsgate has confirmed it. Like it's saying online that we're gonna get this movie of The Crow in 2024, and our lead actor right now is Bill Skarsgård, Mr. It himself.
I like it.
Really?
He'll be good.
Yeah.
I'm excited for a new Crow movie because, and I've said this out loud and I've caught a lot of shit for it. The old Crow is dated and super hard to watch. It's a cult classic, and because of that, there's some people that are going to push through it regardless.
People with brains.
But it's not a fucking good movie.
Wait, okay,
man.
so
It
I
is
had
for people
never
with taste.
seen it
People with
until
taste
like
love it.
more recently. So like back in the day when everybody was all hype about it and shit, like obviously I never watched it. I just watched
the
it like
story.
within the last like 2 years.
I
So
fucking
it
watched
was hard to watch because it is really dated.
No, it's not.
But
Yeah, it is.
I was like, I enjoy the story, like the idea of the story enough to where them saying they're gonna make a new one was
Gets
like
me excited.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
Actually,
like, I'm interested in that.
there's really cool aspects that I've been reading about with this, like what should we expect kind of thing.
Right.
They're jumping into, hopefully this is true, a Crow universe. And when I say that,
Everybody's universing.
there's little
Yeah.
like decades of the Crow that we've got since the 90s.
Definitely not getting Brandon Lee in the reboot.
Oh man.
No.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
What the hell?
What?
But
Harsh.
You say something so controversial. And so
Look, yo, you know how long it's been. I'm allowed.
well, what I mean is that basically to understand the Crow's character in a short words is basically like when the Crow picks a person and they fulfill their goal of like redemption, they die off. Their character's done. So it jumps to the next. Fuck you, Justin. It jumps to the next.
So can we say that the first movie
I
was
knew this,
the
I knew
end
it.
of his redemption?
Oh God, it really was though.
All right, cool.
But
He just
basically,
method acted the
Karma
fuck out of that.
there
Damn.
isn't there isn't one Crow. There's like
Multiple.
12
Did
of
you just
them.
knock on wood,
Yeah.
Justin?
Yeah.
And I think we're gonna jump if they do this correctly. Like Bill Skarsgård, that's it for him.
Just one
You think
movie.
we would
movie.
Just different crows.
Just keep on crowing.
Oh.
That'd be
And
pretty
Keep
lit.
on crowing.
They said
Crow up.
Shirt.
FK Twigs. The FK Twigs. She's supposed to be Shelly in this one. And there's a cool iteration of a comic in The Crow where basically Shelly comes back and now she has her redemption. And it's like, I don't know. It's cool. There's so many things we could do here. And I can't wait to see it. I'm seeing.
I mean, I'm stoked.
Yeah.
Bill Skarsgård.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be
He's the
great.
with him as an actor.
Yeah.
So, wait, so I didn't realize. So, is the Crow giving him power? My knowledge on this is kind of so.
Kind of, yeah.
The Crow is like a entity
supernatural-esque
kind of,
being.
yeah. And so people that have been done wrong, the Crow gives them a visit when they're dead, and then he gives them the power. And basically, they're only alive to redeem themselves.
so vengeance.
Yeah.
Yeah. They get
Straight
they get their revenge and then
They die.
they move on.
But
So, is there any crows that after they got their vengeance, they still got to live? Like they just continued killing people or something?
I
That'd be
think
kinda
basically there was one that kept on going. He was like a Native American crow, and that one's really good. Right now we're on this one where it's this guy. I gotta show you a picture, but he's like a jacked circus guy. I don't know. It's
So is
kind of
Crow
weird.
still like a continuing comic with
Yes.
new issues still coming out?
Yes, that's
Okay.
the one I'm talking about right
Okay,
now. Like
okay.
it's okay, but for the most part, I think they want to keep that thing about the Crow. That's what makes it so special. It's like, I don't know, if you get tired of one character, you got to understand there's going to be a new iteration.
Right.
Yeah. It's a way to reboot without it being an actual reboot.
Yeah, you're not gonna see Spawn like 700 times.
I'm just trying to see
I'm
Spawn
trying to
one
see
more
Spawn
time.
once.
Like, this is fucking project.
I heard it's actually okay. This is funny because we always say that, but I think it's actually happening now.
Do we?
So,
do
man,
we
there have
always
been
say
so
this?
many times that even like Todd McFarlane has been like big announcement
Yeah.
for Spawn.
Yeah.
And it's never a big announcement other than him just making sure people know, like, guys, we're still planning on it. Like Jamie
Well, I don't
Foxx
know
is
if it's
still
going to be
tapped
Jamie
Spawn.
Foxx anymore because
Yeah.
of his
I think it's
recent.
going to come out eventually, and it's just going to be at a time
He
we're
had
not
health issues.
expecting.
He was like in the hospital
Yeah.
and stuff for a
Like,
minute.
that's
Yeah.
why now, I like shit like that. It's like we're not even be thinking about Spawn, and bam, this is releasing here.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Where did this come from?
Again,
Yeah.
I think it's just new wave of dealing with stuff since the strike. Like, hopefully we don't get a ton of information all at once.
I
you
just
know?
want to say before we move on, that I'm seeing James O'Barr tomorrow, the creator of The Crow, and I'm so nervous.
That's crazy.
I'm so
It's
nervous.
like a dream come true.
It
for
is.
you.
I've been waiting like 14 years,
like
man.
Meeting Selena.
Where's he going to be at?
He's gonna be in Cologne tomorrow at this Comic-Con called Giganticon. So I hope he comes through. This man is so like digitally like not there. So last time I tried to see him like 5 years ago, he has no Twitter. He has no social media. You can't see when he cancels.
So you just have to hope and go there and
You
hope
have
that he
to be
shows
there,
up.
and someone will be like, "Oh, he's here. He's over there," or someone's like, "Nah, he
Are
didn't."
you going to get a picture with them?
I'm gonna try everything I can to
In
hold a
crazy,
conversation.
more important news, there's a new
Hold
Spy Kids movie.
conversation.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Say what?
What?
What happened?
What
Spy
did you
Kids?
say?
The hell you
I
said?
said in more
Oh, there-
important news, there's a new Spy
They could be
Kids
Spy
selling
movie.
Kids
comics
movie.
tomorrow?
Everyone said,
I don't know.
"Wait."
I might. I'm a
Wait.
little.
Are they going to be
Oh,
selling them?
oh, are they?
You said something was coming out and
Maybe.
that the guy who did Spy Kids was doing it, like the movie, whatever it was.
Reptile. It's a movie on Netflix with
And Justin Timberlake.
and Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, Justin Timberlake, that's what it was. But the guy who
Robert Rodriguez.
yeah,
or,
that did Spy Kids is also doing that
Yep.
one too.
that movie actually might be out now.
But,
It is. It's on
Yeah.
Netflix.
I was about to say I want to watch that one. That one looks mind fucky.
Spy Kids.
Yeah. New Spy Kids. Still same guy. It's just make him a whole new generation of Spy Kids
The
that
guy.
nobody asked for.
Nobody
Yeah, like what? Why are we
Is a
doing
Batman.
this?
Help us. Save us.
I say that all the time.
I just
don't know
hope
why
George
it's so
Lopez
random.
is still the bad guy.
You talking about MODOK version 1.0?
Yeah. I mean, that's been an episode of Nerd Social Hour. You know, we went through a whole loop of things like Walmart, DoorDash,
The writer's strike.
the writer's
Taylor
strike,
One Piece.
Swift.
Taylor Swift.
and then it turned into like a half-hour anime dump. But you know what? That's what we do.
Sometimes you just need one
like
in
it's
your life.
anime.
We don't have enough anime dump.
Go
Yeah.
watch
So-
Jujutsu Kaisen.
That's all your homework. If you don't have a full
Or
breakdown, and if I swear to God, if you spoil it for me,
Rude.
I'm gonna probably spoil it for myself here in a
Crap.
minute.
No,
I wanna
don't
know.
you dare do it.
Dude, you just told me I'm not gonna see
I'm
it for
still
like
stuck
2
on the fact
years.
that when he started, he
Exactly.
was like,
I don't
"You
wanna
haven't
wait.
seen it.
You're gonna
Fuck
have to-
you."
you wanna
Not like, "Hey, go watch it."
Go watch One Piece.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Or
The live action. Anime is a journey. Don't fucking start it yet.
And also, follow us on all our social medias.
That's probably the
Yeah.
most
Nerd
important
Social
one.
Hour.
If you find the One Piece,
Follow us on all
Let us
anything
know.
that you
Hit
can
us
follow us
up.
on.
Twitter. I don't even know if that's a thing anymore. What are the X?
Do you have ideas for episodes?
Don't
Email
let
us
me do
down
that.
here.
Let us know what
Yeah.
you want us to
Nerd
talk
Social
about.
Hour in Texas at
We're
gmail.com.
back, baby.
Hey.
What is a One Piece to you?
But all right, we'll see y'all later. Peace.
At it.
Bye.